So the question was something along the lines of, can I talk a little bit about combat sports like MMA, Muay Thai, boxing, wrestling, and maybe the pain, discipline, and mindset when it comes to these sports. The question is a bit vague, but it's fine. We're gonna make it clear and simple, and give the answer that I think the questioner was looking for. The questioner and the questioned. Yeah. Okay. So let's. You know what's interesting about these sports? This is. I'm going to talk about this before we go into more complicated and difficult philosophical discussions. I'm going to talk about this. We start with sports, something a bit more casual, then we move on. You know what's interesting about these sports? At least from me training, what I've realized, all these sports, like all combat sports, they're tough. Okay, you have to have a certain level of toughness. Okay, because especially in the beginning when you start, you're not going there and winning. You know, you're learning new things. It's enjoyable, but you're bottom of the food chain. Okay, you're down here. You look at all these guys and you're like, this guy can beat me up, this guy can beat me up, this guy's gonna kill me, this guy's gonna kill me. Oh, jeez. You get a reality check. That's the good thing about going into these gyms. Everyone is equal. It doesn't matter if you're 12 or if you're 40, everyone is like equal. And the only thing that matters is your ability. Your ability is gonna determine your place in the hierarchy. Okay, more or less. Obviously, character is good as well. If you're a nice guy, if you're not an idiot, okay, if you don't do stupid things, that's good. That's good for you. So this is good, but your ability kind of determines your place, as I said, in the hierarchy of the gym. Whether people look up to you or kind of ignore you, most of the time, yeah, you have to earn this with ability. There is no, diversity and inclusion and all this type of stuff. Everything is based on ability. So this is good. It's refreshing. There is no favorites and all that stuff. Oh, he likes me and not he likes him, not me. None of this. So that's good. Very refreshing. Good to be there. But you go in there and you're at the bottom. You're like, Jesus, this 12-year-old can probably beat me up. He's better than me, like by far. And you're an adult, and you're like, Jesus. And you have to kind of accept that fact. For some people, it's tough. Okay, it's tough for some people. Now, where I was going with this, what I was gonna say is, these different combat sports require, at least this is that's my experience when I think about all that. They all require a different level, a different type of toughness. This sounds crazy, but let me explain. So they require a different type of toughness. So let's think about it. The striking arts or sports, the one like Muay Thai, boxing, you have to be tough, but it's more like toughness in terms of willingness to engage, willingness to punch and get punched. Okay, to me personally, this is a different type of toughness compared to the toughness that you require to have when in grappling, for example. In grappling, it's more of a grind. It's not willingness to exchange punches and to be violent. It's more of a grind. You're like, you're grinding. It's like, it's very slow, like a slow burner, but and you cannot quit. In striking, you can be like pop, 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 and you're resting now, and you're moving. Or the other guy is going, and you're kind of just covering up the. In grappling, you can't just stop. Okay, or like wrestling or in MMA, you shoot for a takedown. You're like, okay, I've shot. Boom. I get on a single leg or double leg. He kind of defends. I'm like, okay, my job is done. No, it's not. You have to continue because you're gonna get sprawled. Okay, you're gonna get your back taken if you don't continue chain wrestling. Okay, he stopped my takedown. Let me just continue. Okay, he stopped my single leg. Let me try and move to a double leg. Oh, he stopped that. Yeah, let me try and maybe reshoot or something. So it's a different level. You have to have that non-stop grind. You just keep going and keep going and keep going, keep going in wrestling and in grappling. You know, you have to be okay with discomfort, with positions that suck. Like, oh, my neck is. I'm like this. I'm in this position. The guy's squeezing my neck, but there is no choke, so I shouldn't tap. So you just keep thinking while you're in a lot of while you're in very uncomfortable position. So this is interesting. This is very interesting because you see, sometimes you see people when you take them from wrestling and you put them in striking and the other way around, they kind of quit. There are examples. I can give an example with in the UFC with like Bo Nickal. Bo Nickal is like one of the that was recent, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. He's one of the most decorated wrestlers from America. And he got beat up, he got stopped with knees to the body, which is it's not very common. They were good knees, but he got stopped with knees to the body. Okay? He was beaten. He was beaten. He probably was going to lose. He looked like the weaker guy, but he got stopped by knees. Knees, you can kind of take it. But he couldn't. And he's like, wrestling is a tough sport. Wrestling is really tough. You have to be a really tough guy to be able to wrestle. And then he got stopped by knees. Whereas someone that wouldn't be as good of a wrestler as him, but a better striker that has taken knees before, that has that experience, willing to engage, willing to take the pain, he probably would not have been stopped, if that makes sense. So it's interesting. And then you see these amazing strikers, they get to the ground and some of them, they're like, they kind of quit. They give up on themselves. They can be just smothered, just smashed on top, just, bulldozed.